Hiya! Welcome! So, as of me recording this, it's HMV's Vinyl Week. And it started on the Saturday just gone. It's like a week of various discounts and special offers. The main event of Vinyl Week, and this particular part of it kicked off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the Saturday, was the annual batch of releases in HMV's 1921 Centenary collection. This was something that they started last year to commemorate 100 years of HMV, and it was all these special vinyl editions of classic albums dating from the 60s all the way up to near enough the present day. There were some good selections last year. The only one I managed to pick up, and it was a few months down the line, was Fairport Convention's debut album from I think 1968. That came out on limited edition orange disc, and it had a proper HMV Centenary edition Obi strip. Well, HMV have done another Centenary batch of releases. I've got one here. In fact, I've got two, because I decided to get another one from last year's event that was still on the site, but I got 30% off it, and it had been one that was catching my eye for months now, since last year really. So I thought I'd finally pull the trigger on it because there was a good discount. And one of the 2022 releases, I think they still got all the dates on that say 1921 to 2021, but for all intents and purposes it's like celebrating 101 years of HMV now. Right, let's get this open. This has not taken long to come. I think all these are available in HMV stores as well as online, and there are a good selection of albums. I think last year's selection was probably a little bit stronger. There's only one that I thought, no, I really want that, so I decided to get that one. And then, as there was 30% off one that was out last year that I was kind of interested in, I thought I'll get that as well. Alright, there we are. That's one. That's the other. Just close my knife up before we carry on. Safety first. So the first HMV limited edition special vinyl week, centenary, whatever you want to call it, album release I'll show you is the one that came out originally during the inaugural 2021 event. With 30% off, putting a code in during checkout. This only costs $17.49, which I think is a great price for a brand new album and a special edition as well. I think it's a 2-discer, this one as well. I'm talking about the debut album from Fatboy Slim. This is Better Living Through Chemistry. I've already got a Fatboy Slim album. I've got his second album, which would have been really his big breakthrough, You've Come a Long Way Baby. This one, Better Living Through Chemistry, I think was out 96. Probably not familiar with much on here at all, really, but this one just caught my eye for a long time, and I thought, well, if I can get that on a good discount one day, I will do. And because it's Vinyl Week at HMV, and they've got that code going on and probably some other special offers as well, to be able to get this for well under £20, brand new. Obviously it was one that didn't really sell out during last year. I think there's some editions that were out last year and they just got snapped up and they've not been repressed or anything. This one probably not one of the more popular ones, but as I do like Fatboy Slim, I thought I'd give it a go. So we've got the HMV Centenary Obi strip here. Really nice, where it includes Fatboy Slim's logo and everything. Oh, that might be the hype sticker actually. Either way, it's really nice. It's number 31, I can see. I can't really read any of this other writing, but it kind of talks about the event and 100 years of HMV, I think. Right then, we'll get into this, if I can do it fairly neatly, as this is a coloured disc. I want to do this fairly neatly if I can. If I can keep the cellophane on, it'll help the Obi strip to stay in place better as well. Right, let's see if that's been opened up enough. Yeah. So yeah, it is 2 discs. I think both discs look identical. I may get the other one out just to check though. I'm really excited for this. Have a look at this one. Wow. Blue and white quarters. That looks really cool, that. Amazing. You know what a sucker I am for patterned and coloured discs. Don't call them vinyls, lads. That's grammatically incorrect and it's annoying. Never heard this album before, but I've got Fatboy Slim's second album, You've Come a Long Way Baby. Just have a quick look at the other disc as well, but I'm pretty certain it's the same design. Yeah, really like that. Blue and white quarters. And I think the majority of these centenary editions have got that in common. They've got some sort of different colour or fancy design. Fatboy Slim, of course, Norman Cook, prolific remixer, DJ, producer, band member in the House Martins. Of course, he formed Beats International not long after the House Martins finished up. So, yeah, really nice. I do like the Obi strip. I think that's always a nice touch. And I'm glad they've done that again for the 2022 releases, which of course I'll get onto in a moment. Oops, nearly forgetting to put the other disc back here. So there we are, Better Living Through Chemistry, originally on Skint Records, one of the 2021 drops for HMV Vinyl Week. Now let's move on to one of this year's. And amazingly, given how much I love the record label this band was on, this is actually the first album by this group I own, which for me is kind of shameful really, because they're from Manchester, they're on Factory Records, which was New Order and Joy Division's home for many years. I've got loads of books about Factory, I've got DVDs, like documentaries and stuff. Just Manchester music and Factory, that scene in particular of the sort of late 70s up to the early 90s, I'm just fascinated by and always will be. But this, amazingly, is my very first Happy Mondays album. And this is Pills, Thrills and Bellyaches. What year did this come out? I want to say maybe 1989, possibly 1990. Shamefully, I'm a bit ropey on Happy Mondays release dates, having never really collected them. But I've liked a lot of their singles. The Perfecto, I think it was Perfecto, mix of Hallelujah is an absolute banger. Hallelujah, I believe, is on this album, but it'll be the standard non-remixed version, I think. There again, it's got one of these grey Obi strips. Still got all the dates on that make it look like this was out last year, but this is a 2022 second vinyl week issue. Well, I think it's the second vinyl week. It's the second year of these Centenary reissues anyway, even if vinyl week's been going a few years longer. Right then, let's get this out because I want to show you the disc here. There were a couple of other releases this year. There was an 808 State album, I think an early one of theirs, that I was tempted by. You never know, if some of these are like with Fatboy Slim from last year, don't sell out really quick, I may down the line, when there's another sale on at HMV, like maybe endeavour to pick up one or two more from this particular 2022 drop. So it's come with a reproduction of the original Inner. That's nice. This is just a one disc album. The art is, of course, by Central Station Design, who I think, as far as graphic design go, after Peter Saville, who did all of New Order and Joy Division sleeves, they were the graphic artists who were most synonymous with Factory, because they did all the Happy Monday stuff, and it was in that kind of psychedelic graffiti sort of style. But check this disc out. Look at that, that is awesome. Instantly one of the most fun looking records I've got in some time. Yellow with this multicolour spatter here. Wow, love that. The Fatboy Slim one looks brilliant, but this one is just on a higher level, I think. Yeah, that's fantastic. Just really fits with this acid house, psychedelic graffiti kind of motif for the Happy Mondays Central Station designed sleeve here. Pills, Thrills and Bellyaches. My first Happy Mondays album that I've got in my collection, shamefully enough. But what a way to start with a HMV Centenary edition exclusive. There we are, back in its sleeve there. Happy Mondays, released just a few days ago for HMV Vinyl Week, and on a good discount I also got Fatboy Slim, Better Living Through Chemistry. Oh, this one I think was $24.99 by the way, which I don't think was too bad. And for all I know, this one could end up being one of the more sought after ones. But if not, then have a look at HMV in store or online. And if you fancy getting that or any of the other ones, then good luck to you, and I hope that what you want's still in stock. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this look at two brand new additions to the record collection. Special thanks go, as they always do and always will, to my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. Please see my Patreon link, Facebook group link, and a link for Contents Insurance as well, all down in the description text box. I'm going to go now, and it's a case of which am I going to listen to first. possibly going to be Happy Mondays. Been a fan of them for years, just never collected them because when it comes to factory, I was always all in on New Order and Joy Division as well. There's certain spin-offs from them, but watching the film 24 Hour Party People, which is a lot of my friends know, is my all-time favourite movie. That is a real fascinating, if somewhat fictionalised and exaggerated look at the career of Happy Mondays. And I'm just delighted to get a Happy Mondays album, especially one that looks as cool as this disc does, into my collection. And I'm also excited to listen to the debut album from Norman Fatboy Slim Cook as well. And I do hope that all of you will join me again next time for my next record collecting video. Cheers, everyone. See ya!